What is up, everybody? Clint Esposito here with the Clint Esposito Show number 34. I think it's 34. I'm going to go through the internet and pull up any practice footage and all that type of stuff, behind the scenes footage from people's Instagrams, from the Supercross, and also practice times slash qualification times are up now. So I'm just going to go over that. Look at this bug on my TV there. I don't have it on. Normally that's on. I wonder if that would be different if that was on. If it would make more light on my face. It didn't turn on. So that's why you didn't see any difference, I guess. All right. Let's start with the upcoming. See, it's kind of a little bit confusing. Here, there's just, it says watch now. That's just like a little thing. And then it's like watch live. And then it says 21 hours. So I'm not exactly sure. I mean, you do. So it's WSX.TV. And that's where you go. You got to subscribe, obviously. But it's like, where is the rest of the information on here? Let's just go to home. This is home. That's why this stuff is so confusing. How are you supposed to figure out race schedule and all that jazz? All right, well, let's get to some little bit of behind the scenes type of stuff here. We got Dino. Let's put some sound on. Dino doing a lap for us around the Supercross track. So I don't know if he had been riding the Honda prior to it being announced, but he looks really good on it. I mean, not like I expected any of these guys or ever expect any of these guys to switch brands and then be like, I don't know how to ride anymore, you know? So I think that probably when they switch and there's an issue, it's just like a little bit of comfort. So the track looks good. Obviously one lap, how much can you really tell? But you know, a lot of those little tabletop rhythm sections. They do, obviously, as you see, they got a ramp finish line jump. So there's that. I know some people are not a fan of the ramp finish line jumps. Let's go to Ken Roxon. Had some stuff up here. Here apparently he fell over a hay bale, or tough blocks. He said they're different there. I don't know. Did you see how it crushed? It's obviously not like ours here. All right, and then we got Swap Moto here with just some pictures of everybody. Who is that? Sabachi? That's kind of cool. Let's get out of there because we're not trying to actually see the qualifying yet. We don't want to see the results yet. Here's another little video. The guys getting ready. You know, this is what you get from behind the scenes footage, unless I sat here and edited it all down. So I guess today, this is what I need to go on the site there. Oh, Reedy. So we're very shortly going to go and check out the times. Not very many videos here, I see. Who else had some stuff? Racer X. Let's see what they got. Okay, here we go. We got the track map, which, I mean, we just watched Dino ride it. So, like, is it going out of the... Oh, 25 years later. So this is going to be the one in LA in the Coliseum. I didn't realize that. This is a different thing. This is Super Motocross. Oh, of course they're not covering. What an idiot. of course they're not covering WSX, because it's owned by the same person that owns the motocross series that's now partnered with FMX. So, no, not Vital. Verb had some stuff. Verb Moto. That's hilarious that I just went there. All right, here we go. Everybody got, I guess, got to go and visit some cool castles. And then they're just promoting their shirts. And this, are these other, can you scroll through pictures on a post on here? Wasn't there multiple pictures on this post? No. There was multiple comments, not multiple pictures. So, yeah. That's about it for coverage, obviously. No, somebody had the Verb Moto. I believe they had practice times. See, I shut a page by accident, and guess what happened to all the practice times? They're gone. Recent news. How is practice times from this not recent news? WSX practice times. Let's see who comes up. Moto Online gets the win. Here you go. Moto Online gets the win. Okay, so this is this the combined? Yeah, this is combined. I believe. Because there was two different, yes, combined groups. So there's two different practice groups. This is combined. So overall times are Eli Tomac, which he does not have a brand listed there. And he's the only one. Does anybody else find that weird? Why doesn't it say Yamaha on it? Anyway, so Eli Tomac, Ken Roczen, Joey Savaggi, Vince Freeze, Luke Clout, Dean Wilson, Justin Brayton, Josh Hill, Cedric Subaras, Josh Grant, Cade Clayson, Frederick Noren, Grant Harlan, Anthony Bourdain, not Bourdain, Jordy Tixier, Thomas Ramette, Ryan Brees, Angelo Pellegrini, Justin Starling, Chad Reed, Adrian Escoffier, maybe, Jack Burnell. A little bit, oh, look at this. It says they're, like what, sanctioning body they ride for typically. AMA, I don't know what DM, is that German? It's probably the German. That's weird that they would have that, right? Why would you care? I guess because they're like, we're international bitches. We got people from all different sanctioning bodies over here. From around the world. Anyway, Chad Reed got a 50.113. The next guy is Justin Starling. He got a 50.02. And geez, Tomac got a 46.985. And Ken Roczen got a 47.2. So they're pretty fat. They're pretty close. And Joey's right there with Roczen. He got a 47.4. So he's only like almost 0.3 of a second off. Oh, what the fuck? Never mind. Yeah, that's right. So I was looking at the wrong column. How about that? Why is it even like that? That's weird. Event P3 P04 fastest lap. Somebody explain to me what the P's are for. Why is there so much penis in here? SX2 combined groups again. Derek Drake, Aaron Tanti, sounds right. Shane McElrath, Mitchell Oldenburg, Justin Bogle, Carson Brown, Max Anstey, Jace Owen, Cole Seeley, I'll get through first. Chris Blows, Maxim Desprez, Matt Moss, Wilson Todd, which sounds like a movie character, right? Wilson Todd. Was there something Todd? There was a movie character? I don't know. But that sounds like a movie character. Dylan Schwartz, Phil Nicoletti, Thomas Dew, Derek Kelly, Kyle Chisholm, Henry Miller, Dylan Walsh, Lorenzo Camporisi, maybe, Dylan Woodcock. I thought he was racing in the U.S. Anyway, Cole Seeley. I've never heard anything about him racing. And then all of a sudden he was going to race. And now he's racing a 250. I feel like didn't he spend a lot of time on 450s? And he did pretty good on 450s. Why would he go down? I mean, I guess maybe figuring that he could do better. But I feel like sometimes it's hard to go back down and pick up the intensity like that. So, yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, I feel like 450 or WSX class, we pretty much knew it was going to be Tomac, Roczen. I think the surprise, sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning. I think the surprise is that Joey Savacci is that close to Roczen. So, I mean, that could be a battle right there because I guess the motos aren't that long. They do stack them on top of each other. But I feel like those guys are probably going to be seeing a lot of each other. Vince Freeze, I don't know if I see him mixing it up with those guys up there. And Dean Wilson, I would, I don't know. I feel like Tomac, Roczen, Savacci are going to be kind of gone. Where is Josh Hill? Josh Hill is in 8th, which, I mean, is not bad, right behind Justin Brayton. Let's see the difference. 47.846 and 47.864. So they're like 0.2 off. All right. That's all I was going to go over. News. You got any news for us? No. I mean, yeah, it just says they're quickest. Next year's championship expected to be full length. What does that mean? What's full length? You guys want to search for more? Who was it? Vital MX? No, Verb. Is Vital MX even around? I'm just getting what the hell happened here? Oh, a curb appeal. Verb Moto curb appeal. Verb Moto has a whole extra thing just for throwbacks. They're not tagged in anything good. It's going to go back to WSX. Or you got to do it as a hashtag. No, we'll go to their Instagram. Here we go, practice. I'm gonna get a copyright claim for the song. Oh shit. On, off, 4. Tagged. Let's see if they got tagged on a bunch of stuff. 147,000 followers, which is pretty good considering this account is probably not even a year old. Bro, what's going on with the internet? Come on, internet. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what this is Melbourne.
WSX.TV is here, and it's about to take watching Supercross to a whole new level. Whether you're watching live or on demand, WSX.TV will bring you closer to the action than ever before. Every Grand Prix at your fingertips.
It's all the action from the 2022 British.
Dude, they just like...
Never miss a minute of World Supercross action on WSX.
I wonder what they offered all these announcers.
WSX.TV is here. Get your championship pass today.
What did they pay those guys to steal them away from the U.S.? Let's search the schedule. WSX event schedule. Now, I knew that they were going to do this. More info. Let's go to more info. See how much info they really give us. Give us more info. Here we go. We're here. 19 hours away. I thought it was today, to be quite honest with you. Stop trying to sell me something about the city. We don't care. What are the dates? Where is it? Where can I purchase tickets? Where can I purchase corporate tickets? Why is this stuff like this? Watch. What's the schedule? Schedule. See, I'm not smart. VIP gates, 1 p.m. I don't think. Gates open to public 3 p.m. Event starts 5 p.m., which is... They're 5 hours ahead of us, so it'll be 1 p.m. tomorrow in the United States if you're Eastern time zone. And it finishes 8:30 p.m. So, what are the dates? I thought we already went over that. Where is it? Where can I get tickets? We're looking at this again. More. Current rankings. See, like, how come I can't find just what the schedule is for the day? I saw somebody had that, and it doesn't make any sense. It's going to take us right to the view plans. So this is how you watch it, people. Catch all the action. So you can do freemium, limited World Supercross Championship content, and race recaps. Long form social content. What the hell does that mean? Limited release highlights, race recaps. That's it. If you pay $6.99, it's pay per view. So this is just for one race. You get the live race action, live onboard cameras, which I feel like is just like if you they should have a package where you can watch it, but you don't get the onboard cameras. That's how they incentivize it. They'll be like that. They should do it like that and have it like through apps. And depending on which one you get, right, you could have the basic package where you just get to watch the race, or you can have the better package where you have onboard cameras and you can even watch the dudes fight behind the, in the pits afterwards, and then like they have footage of their girlfriends yelling at them. It'd be real experience. So then if you go, new race technology and information. What the fuck does that mean? What are they going to send me? New race technology. All right, so if you get the $49.99, $50, sign up before the 31st of December and access the 2022 pilot season of and the full 2023 championship. Okay, this is what I was going to say. I'm like, they can't charge you a year's rate this year. There's only 2 events. So they're not. You will actually get this year and next year for $50. So $7. So if you watch both of them, that's $14. All right. It's not quite half, but it is a good chunk out of $50 if you're going to do it next year. Maybe $50 just for the thing next year. What are they showing us here? Pay-per-view is 24-hour delay. U.S. and U.S. territories. So Australia, Japan, Germany, Spain, and United Kingdom, they have freemium. They get pay-per-view exclusive to broadcast partner. I don't know. I guess whichever country you're in, they have different partners for that country. So whichever one, blah, blah, blah. So now if you're in the U.S. or U.S. territories, even the pay-per-view broadcast is 24 hours delayed. And then even if you buy the pass, 2022 and 2023 pass, it's still 24 hours delayed. Everywhere else gets it. It's like basically they got rid of first world countries. They were like Japan, Germany, Spain, United Kingdom, Australia, United States are all first world countries. We're going to even the playing field a little bit, and we're going to let everybody else watch this race 24 hours before you. Is streaming race free? What does premium include? Where is the schedule throughout the day? Right? It doesn't make any sense. When and where to watch? I mean, I feel like I guess we'll look again. There you go. See, these are all the different partners they have, I guess, with it. All right. We didn't find out the actual schedule of events that day. I like that they have these times on here, too. It's like U.S. time, but then they don't even air that time. Oh, that's when it airs on Fox Sports 1. I wonder if any of them air live, and that's why. Nope. British Grand Prix airs October 9th. I don't even get to watch it tomorrow. One of my dogs just farted in here. Just letting you guys know, it's terrible. It's terrible. Probably the one that had the runs. Watch all the action, news. See, why is there no... How do... Dude, okay. It's enough of me being disgusted because I can't figure out what the actual race schedule is or the format. Let's do this. WSX format. There we go. Here. Do we go? Yes, we go. All right, we're going to watch this together.
We really sat down with a blank sheet of paper, which is what was exciting about this project, and we're able to brainstorm what are the things that we would do as Supercross fans to improve the sport, and how do we take it to the next level, how do we elevate it, and what's the future of Supercross?
Guns. What do you mean, how are you going to take it to the news? Next level. Guns. Oh, you guys aren't in the US. That's right. That's probably not an option. Big knives.
Supercross look like, and that was things like the qualifying procedures, more races throughout the night, tighter racing. So what we've tried to do with the formats here at the F1 World Supercross Championship is create more action.
So do you see what's going on? Anderson is in the ad. So remember they did the Australian Supercross last year, or the year before? It's the same promoters. So all that footage they had all those riders come over for the Australian Australian Open, Australian US Open for the Australian Open, and so now they're just using all that footage, because I remember seeing something being like, they're using El Hombre, but it's from their own event, and Supercross, American Supercross, wasn't letting them use footage anyway, so.
On the track for the fans and everyone that's attending. So traditionally, the riders would do a heat race and then qualify for a main event at the night. And so fans would only see them at the start of the night and the end of the night. But what we've done is change it up completely so that they'll do their practice and qualifying sessions through the day, which is pretty standard. But by the time the fans arrive, our VIP ticket holders will watch them do their time practice and qualifying in the afternoon. But then going into the night program, they'll compete in a heat race, which qualifies them for them do their time.
Hold on. Of course, now it's going to give me this stupid thing down here. Qualifying features all 22 riders with lap times determining riders' gate selection for the heat races. Qualifying features... Why does it say this again? All 22 riders with lap times determining riders' gate... Get rid of that.
Practice and qualifying in the afternoon. But then going into the night program, they'll compete in a heat race, which qualifies them for a super pole.
I realize he's reading it, or saying it, but I'm going to read it anyway. 2 heats, 5 laps, 11 racers per heat. Heat race results determine a rider's starting gate selection for the SX2 main event. Okay, this is what's going on. The top one is SX2, the bottom one is WSX. Selection for the SX2 main event. The heat will, with the fastest overall time, has preference over the other. In the WSX, oh, there you go. It says SX2 WSX. I got it now. 2 heats, 6 laps, 11 racers. So it's an extra lap. Super Pole entry. Heat race results determine a rider's entry into the Super Pole time trial. The first 5 finishers from each heat will qualify for Super Pole, while 6th through 11th of each heat will select their gates according to their finish positions.
The top 5 from each of the heat races will go into the Super Pole format, which is
I just said that.
Sprint to set the fastest time to pick your gate position.
Top 10 racers from the heats single lap time trial. Okay, so it's just fastest lap during the heat. The top 5 finishers from each of the 2 WSX heats will compete a single lap time trial to determine the starting gate selection for all 3 motos. Okay, never mind. So they top 5s, then it's like, good job, you got top 5. You now have to race again for your top 5 doesn't count. You now have to race again against all these mad dogs to try and get your actual starting position.
The remaining 6th to 11th place in the heat pick their gates for later on in the night. And then for the Super Bowl, traditional format would be 1 Supercross final, but in ours we'll have 3. So 3 main events, and they're back to back to back. So it's going to make for intense racing. There's only 5-minute gap between each of the 3 races.
Okay, there you go. And somebody said a minute, but it seems...
There are 2 8-lap races and then a 12-lap for the 450.
Okay. I'm going to just repeat what he said because he has this accent that I know that you guys can't understand. So I'll tell it to you in English. In American. I'll tell it to you in American English. The main events, 22 racers in each class. Okay. In SX2, it's basically Vans Triple Crown. That was like 20 years ago. It's basically Triple Crown style, where there's 3 races. The SX2 was doing 6 laps for the first two, and then 10 laps for the last one, which I think AMA Supercross did like basically same thing. And then the WSX class is doing 8 laps, 8 laps, and 12 laps. The difference here is that normally, typically in the United States, they would do their first race and they would go back and then the other class would race, and they're not doing that. They're giving them 5 minutes in between to recover, and then just they go turn around, rack up, and go right back out. So I think that's cool. I do think you will get tired in the last one, but for somebody like, say, a Ken Roxon, or anybody, honestly, that's having, arm pump issues or fatigue issues or whatever, you think 5 minutes isn't that long, but 5 minutes is a very long time for you. If you're an exceptional athlete, or you're like a world-class athlete, you can recover quite a bit in 5 minutes. By the third one, will you be 100%? Probably not, but you're going to be pretty close. I'm going to say Tomac's going to be pretty on fire. Here's the thing, though, with a Tomac, right? He has the speed. He's faster than everybody. But he's not typically the best starter. He's not always nailing hole shots. We wouldn't call him a Joey Savaggi or he's not racing this, but Justin Cooper, who are like typically always getting hole shots. I would say Roxon is also a really good starter. So I think this series takes away 2 of Tomac's advantages. 1, he's a friggin' beast as far as fitness. And 2, he's faster. So now once you've shortened the races, it does 2 things. Makes fitness not quite as important, and makes, like, you can't make up the ground in a 12 lap race that you could in a 20 lap race. So if he does get a bad start, it's going to be worse for him. Let's see if if he goes over points. I wonder if points are the same, everyone, or if the last one's more.
WSX class, and 6, 6, and 10 for the SX2 class. The fact is that there's 3 race starts, 3 gate drops in those mains. They all count for championship points, all 3 of the races, and so there's a lot of high pressure. And for riders, if they have any sort of incident in any of the 3 races, it can really be a huge detriment to their championship. And for the fans, they just get to see the best guys in the world racing for so much more of the night than they do in traditional supercross races. So that's really why we've done it. It's much closer racing. There's not going to be any opportunities for runaway winners because the races are really short and compact, and more gate drops means the chances for closer racing is much greater. So we think it's going to be amazing for the fans. It's tougher on the riders. They have to race a lot more during the night than they traditionally are used to, but it's going to make for a far better show.
All right, people, make sure that doesn't start playing something else on us. That's it, yo. Okay, so you can't even watch this shit tomorrow. You gotta watch it the following day. But like I've said in the newly re-uploaded video, I think that this is great for the sport just being international. It gives more guys jobs on teams. Besides that, just the pressure it's already put onto US series, and the fact that they've stepped it up and they've combined forces here, Supercross and Motocross, and then they've added 3 more races, which they claim accounts for the money that they're like, the purses are higher because we added more TV shows. And I'm like, 3, there's 31 or 32 races next year. 3 of them were added, and now all of a sudden the purses throughout the entire year go up. I'm gonna do let's do it. Let's find Ouija's. Let's find WEEG. And I love Ouija. Jason Wygant. That's not, apparently his thing is not Ouija. It's Jason Wygant. There he is. Ah, you son of a bitch. It changed as I went to click on it. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me switch you back here so you can see what's going on. Okay, TV execs like the idea of an alliance between the Supercross and Motocross series and playoffs. TV execs paid more money for the rights because of this. The added TV revenue turned into a larger purse for all the riders at every race. There you go. Okay. So the way that that's worded, you know, like I could see TV being like, we only get one or the other, because those two series were infighting, right? So like they didn't want to probably be on the same channel, or they certainly wasn't gonna be a one huge payoff deal for any station to get every Supercross and Motocross, because those guys didn't work together. So maybe with it being like, hey, now you can actually sponsor, or not sponsor, but have like air all the Supercross and all the Motocross races, you know, we'll kick more money in. The fact that though they're still playing it like they need TV money for there to be any money to pay these fucking guys is a joke. That's a joke. Go to a Supercross. 50, 70,000 fans. There's no money to pay the riders. We need TV to pay so that they can pay the riders. That seems weird. Okay. Do you know that it's like, and I don't even know, this was friggin' 20 years ago. It was like $250 for me to get my pro license in '01. I would imagine it's gone up from that. And I think even registering for these races is like $200 for a Supercross. Where does all that money go? It doesn't make any sense that they're just waiting on TV to have enough money to make a larger purse. I think it's just like a we'll just blame somebody else, you know, like whatever. What everybody does in corporate, right? You deal with any corporate business and they're just like, oh, the guy in accounting is supposed to do that. But yeah, I just, it's good that more money is going to the riders, but like this explanation of TV now, like I said, all these events go to a national. There's at least, I don't know, how many people go to a national? 20,000 people? Is that how many people go to a national? Let's look. I bet there's not even any AMA national average. This is not AMA national. They'd probably think I'm talking about AMA motocross. Average attendance. I did not spell that right. See, they're not going to have that. But I would imagine you guys have been there. There's at least audience figures. Need MXSX audio. It's like nobody's going to tell you. Holy smokes. Okay, yeah. This is in 2006. There was 20-something thousand people at every one of these races. Basically, 15. Broome only had 15. That's why they clipped it. See, you idiots. You could have had Broome still, but you guys didn't go in 2006. And then that's it. They got rid of it off of the whole series. Okay, 20, 30,000 people per national. 50 to, I mean, I get, if you're on the national side of it, you're just like, damn it. They fit so many more people in these stadiums. I should have been Supercross promoter instead of motocross. But yeah, so there's still money being generated. All these riders are signing up to be the entertainment. And then there's sponsors for the series. And then all the people that attend it. And there's somehow no money to pay anybody. So, anyway, sorry I got off onto a tangent there. It is good that the purse went up. I'm glad that they found a way so that it looks like it wasn't their fault and it was somebody else's fault and there was no money in it for them. But no, I'm glad purses are going up. I'm glad that WSX has lit a little fire under their ass to even make purses go up, and even add anything to the series. And them for Supercross and Motocross to get on the same page. So I'm going to just keep chiming this, ringing this bell. But open market is good because it forces other people to compete. Up until now, they didn't have to compete with anybody. All right, leave your thoughts. And that's it. The dogs are going out. Bethany got home. The dogs are very excited. Now the dogs are going out, so they're once again excited. Okay. Later, everybody. Leave your comments. I don't know, about whatever I talked about. World Supercross. Who's going to win? Tomac's going to win. Stupid question.